2nd. Happy Earth Day. I think we are on point with all the green here on our set. And also April is tax season. And I know a lot of us were scrambling to file taxes. April 15th was the deadline, but some of you may have filed for extension and are still scrambling to do that. Now, we're also needing to worry now about identity theft because apparently the threat is real and we see it in the news. We hear about it from friends perhaps who've been victimized. It can happen to you. And before that happens, I think it's important that we get tips on how to prevent that and how to protect ourselves. Joining us on the line is E. Martin Davidoff. He is a nationally known tax attorney and CPA as well, economic expert, and he is here to give us some advice regarding that. Hello, Martin, and welcome to Kababayan today.
Great to be here, Janelle.
Let's talk first about this. How do thieves steal someone's identity without that person knowing?
Oh, there are dozens or hundreds of ways. The Taxpayer Advocate announced last year in a report to Congress that they had 650,000 unresolved cases of identity theft. It happens from phishing, where people will send you an email and ask you to put in an ID number, from Trojans, where people download something on their software and it will accumulate information about them, to just careless use of your Social Security number. So there are really dozens and dozens of ways that this happens, and you just got to be careful about your identity, and there's a series of things that we can talk to you about that.
Yes, Martin, let's talk about how sometimes when people find out that they've been victimized, it's already too late and their credit scores are beyond repair and all that. Is there a way of finding out before that happens?
Well, certainly monitoring your credit report on a regular basis, each year downloading from annualcredit.com. There's a system where you can get a free download of your credit report. With the IRS, each year, if you download in the beginning of the year your transcripts, your account transcripts, you can see if somebody's filed a return in your name. The fortunate thing about the IRS, even if you've been a victim of identity theft, the IRS will protect you on that, and it'll take you time, but ultimately you'll get your refund back as you should.
You're going to need to prove that to the IRS. However, first of all, what is the IRS doing to prevent identity thefts?
They're prosecuting people. Just in January alone, they initiated over 500 investigations. They have recommended 400 prosecutions, again, just in the fiscal year ended January 31st. They're doing indictments. They're doing more prosecutions on this than non-filers, believe it or not. They have hundreds of employees dealing with the investigation, thousands of employees dealing with. They have a separate office of identity theft. They have an 800 number. If you think you're a victim of identity theft, you can call this number. It's 800-908-4490. That's 800-908-4490. They have a form 14039, for you to report identity theft. And then they tell you to go on and obtain a police report, contact the FTC, and take other roles, and they have other publications available too.
Do we have any numbers to show that identity theft incidents are higher during tax season, and how can we protect ourselves during tax season or even not during tax season?
Well, basically a couple of things. Don't carry anything with your Social Security number on you. Don't carry a Social Security card on you. Use uncommon passwords on banking and finances. This is all year round. You can do this. Don't give to a business or anybody else your Social Security number just because they ask. Always challenge the request. Make sure they really need it. Protect your financial information in your purse or wallet while at work. Check your credit report every 6 months. Every U.S. resident can get one free report each year from each of the three major credit bureaus. Keep your personal information in a secure place at home. Don't give out personal information over the phone, through the mail or internet unless you have initiated the contact or you're sure who you're dealing with. Shred bills or other documents. Carry only the identification and credit cards that you need, because sometimes people look in your wallets. And if you can make a purchase from a retailer which you're not familiar, consider making the purchase in cash and not giving them a credit card. You can walk into a random bar, and there may be an employee who's going to steal that number and ultimately get a hold of your identity.
All right. What about tax apps? They make it easier for us to file taxes, but is there danger there as well?
I have not heard of any of the major tax application software being used to steal identities. That's something I'm sure I would have heard of in keeping my ear close to the IRS. We haven't heard that happening, although electronic filing overall has made it easier because people, there are no paper returns. People can file early. And here's the catch. They try to file very early so that they get in before the W-2s are filed, so they're getting a refund before the IRS can match the W-2s. And that's kind of the secret through this electronic filing. That's it. And what you'll find is it used to be this 10,000 threshold, so a lot of these refunds were like $9,998 because they knew the IRS threshold in getting this. So filing early would help if you can file early, but basically the filing early is when people are taking advantage of it before they can do a match on the W-2. And most people just don't have their information that early.
All right. Well, thank you so much. If we need more help or we want more information, where can we catch you?
You can catch me at www.lienbusters.com, and lienbusters.com is a site where we can help people withdraw their IRS liens even after they paid their tax, but it's still affecting their credit.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that information with us. More power to you.
Thank you.
We celebrate our 7th anniversary on Kababayan today. When we return on the show, sabi nila, ang hindi lumingon sa pinanggalingan, hindi makakarating sa paroroonan. So when we return, we look back on some of our most memorable interviews and issues and performances here on the show since 2006. Don't go away.